Good morning, Mary, and welcome. We'll get started on your family photo. The first thing I'd like to go over is that we thought it was an oval and it's turned out to be a square. I'll be zooming in on the area that surrounded the frame, as you can see right along in here on this bottom size and up on the right hand side, and we're getting just a little bit, picking up a little bit more in the top on both sides where the image was folded to be placed inside the oval frame. Now this bleeds, I'll show you this, it'll bleed all the way across, and that's part of a water damage, and we've got a little bit more water damage here. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and I'd like to zoom in, and of course let's zoom in on this young man right here. There we go. Let's see if we can bring it in, and I'd like to try one more. And I think we've got him in there. Now this is a little bit kind of, we're blowing him up so much, so it might be a little difficult to see, but you can start to pick up on some of the idea of what we're going to have to go through with the fill-ins and the restoration. Now I do want to bring to your attention that there's just some things you can see, the cracking, that's just going to be impossible to fix. I'll do what I can on this, but there's just so much, you can't blend all of this in and try to get back together again. You can see there are places where the image itself is just completely peeled off, and then we'll get up into the creasing area where the image was creased, was folded, and then you can see in the top some of the where the oval was presented. Now I'm going to bring this all the way down. I mentioned to you about the oval, and I'm going to bring this all the way down to the bottom, and you can start to see there's a little moisture probably from the metal frame, and you can see where the oval came around this area right here, and you can see the water that has come across. You can see it on the shoes. Now while we're at the shoes, let's take a peek at some of these early 1900 shoes. You can see there's a lot of work that has to be done on this image, and I'll carry it all the way across, and you can see the water damage all the way up into the top. And this is the general condition of the image. Some of the things we just couldn't see, the image was so small that it'll have to be worked in. And then I'm going to come on up here, and there's the little guy. I think you said that was your husband. Oh, excuse me, your father. And then the young lady, I think you mentioned it was an aunt. And then we'll come back up to the top, and I don't remember who you said this was. And then you can see the big water damage that's been done there also, and to the young man there. I don't think I have to say too much. You can see there's a considerable amount of work that has to be done on the image, and it might take a while, so bear with me, and we'll get back to you on this as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to bring it back down to the young man that was your father, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to casually zoom out just a little bit here to see if it might get the image a little bit nicer to where you can take a peek at it. And I'll leave you with that. And I want to say thank you so much for visiting Atlanta Photo Restoration, and have a good day. Bye-bye now.